Hello, folks, and welcome back to the Video Game Choo Choo podcast. If you're hearing my voice and you don't recognize it, well, that's okay, because normally it would be the eminent John Machonsky introducing this podcast, but John's not here, and Michael's not here. So the rung of command, the ladder of command has moved down a few rungs, I should say. And I, Ryan, will be your host of the Video Game Choo Choo podcast on this dark and assumedly stormy evening. I'd like to welcome you all into our parlor. Take a seat over here by the fire. I'll pour you a nice cup of chamomile tea, I guess. That's probably what fancy people drink.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, it's great. And I will go ahead and introduce you to our other two participants in this night of fright, if you will. I don't know why I'm doing a horror-themed intro for this. We went to some Halloween stores today, and I guess I've just got pumpkins on the mind, if you will. But joining me here tonight in this house of horrors is Rose, whose voice you have already heard.
Hi, you've heard me already.
But is it really Rose, or is it just a ghost?
Oh.
And second of all, we have with us here tonight, Trex.
Hi, you don't want to hear me. Hello, I'm back.
It's okay. We all want to hear you. You are the light. You are the light in our lives, the apple of our eye, the wind beneath our wings, the rains down in Africa, if you will. It's good to have you all back here tonight on the show. So a couple housekeeping things before we get this podcast kicked off. Earlier today we were having a discussion before the podcast, and since John's not around, I figured we'd kind of shake up the format of the podcast a bit.
Oh yeah.
And I'd like to open up the floor to discussion of a seminal early 2000s music icon and ask y'all's opinions. Ask y'all's opinions on the crazy frog, the wild amphibian, if you will. So yeah, we're going for a much more freeform format with this podcast this week. What's y'all's thoughts on Crazy Frog? Still relevant?
I don't think he's lost it yet. I think he's continuing to pump out the hits every year.
That's good.
Couple months you hear a new thing from Crazy Frog, and you're like, I'm hooked.
Yeah. Crazy Frog had that great new track in the Emoji Movie and all that. That was a banger. Hashtag frog emoji. The hit of the summer, if you will.
Yeah, I saw the Twitter trend had a little thing for it and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait,
yeah,
there's a Twitter trend?
Oh yeah, Crazy Frog. He's coming back.
That's weird. Okay. I thought it was just a coincidence because I was scrolling through Tumblr yesterday and I saw somebody screen capped a tweet that Finn from Stranger Things made about Crazy Frog and R.I.P. Crazy Frog.
Oh.
Did he die?
Yeah, well,
yeah.
No. I mean, Crazy Frog's still kicking. It's just, it was such an interest on the Twitter thanks to the seminal start of Stranger Things and It 2017. I thought we could have a little discussion to boost our SEO for this episode. Get some new listeners in. Want to hear us talk about Crazy Frog? Talk about how he was taken to court for obscenity charges, apparently.
And his creator, he didn't know how to apologize for what Crazy Frog had done.
Mm-hmm. Crazy Frog, Britain's greatest malcontent, I suppose.
The BBC
someone should put some
banned him.
pants. Yeah, someone should put some pants on that beast, I think. His junk's just kind of flapping in the wind, and it makes me lose my dinner.
It's fine. Anyway, he's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
You really kind of have to get into the semantics of what that implies. It's if crazy's in the name, then there's a certain degree of societal looseness that comes with the territory, I think. Anyway, I think we've discussed Crazy Frog enough for this podcast.
What more could be said, really? He speaks for himself.
I know. The man speaks for himself. He's got a fantastic back catalog of hits, bangers, singles, EPs. That great song we all love so much. Sorry, what was that called again? Rose, Orgasm Incident. I believe
it was I was. What was it? It was Orgasm Addiction. I think that's what it was.
Sure. great, wholesome fun for the whole family. Yep. But anyway, let's push that back into the dust closet and slam the door on Crazy Frog for another few years.
Please.
I want to get into some real discussion. I want to talk about games. So let's talk about games, everybody. Trex, you want to kick us off? What you've been up to? You've been playing anything good recently?
I haven't been playing anything new. I recently re-picked up Animal Crossing New Leaf for like the 20th time. Yeah, you know how that goes where like you get really addicted to it and you play like 24 hours for like a whole month and then suddenly you're like, and you just drop it for like 6 months and then you come back to it and do the same thing over. God.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
I just recently got the like new 2DS XL and I've played some older stuff on it, but I still haven't dived back into New Leaf, but I've been meaning to. I'm glad you're returning to the fold, so to speak. Do you have any favorite villagers, favorite parts of the game? Like, what is it that keeps bringing you back to Animal Crossing, I suppose?
I think, honestly, my favorite part of the game, I think I've mentioned this before, that, like, I like games where you can collect stuff, and I really like the encyclopedias where, like, you have to get all the bugs and all the fish and all the fossils and all that stuff. I like filling that up, and I really like landscaping. Like, if you saw my town, it's just, like, so neat and organized, and I'm still working on it, but, like, it's a process. I like the landscaping. I would never do it in real life, but I like it in Animal Crossing. But my favorite villager is probably, I would say, Eunice, the sheep.
Okay. How so? Or why, I guess I should ask.
She's just cute. I like her because she's cute.
You know.
She's just a good design. Like, she's fluffy. She's
a friend, you know?
Yeah, I don't give a shit about her personality. I just think she's really cute. Really cute sheep. I'm sure she's a nice lady.
I think everyone in Animal Crossing deep down has a heart of gold, even those grumpy villagers that we all, love so much.
I love grumpy villagers. They're so cute.
Me too.
See, now you're making me want to pick that game up again.
You should visit my town.
It's crazy because I kind of follow a few people who are like really, really, really into Animal Crossing, and they do the whole thing where they like spend like weeks like planning out their town like down to the like finest iota and like getting items and stuff like that. And I respect that so much. I couldn't do it, but I respect it. I just play Animal Crossing to get in there, buy some furniture, hang out with my squirrel neighbor, that sort of thing. But it's really cool. It's really cool to see what people can do with that game.
I used to be like that, but then I figured out how to don't tell the cops. I hacked my town.
Yeah.
Oh, word.
So it's easier for me to get items and villagers and
that's
stuff.
That's what some of the people I know have done. It's okay. Your secret's safe with us, Trex, and our multitude of listeners who I'm sure will not report you to the Nintendo police for hacking into the Animal Crossing mainframe.
Let's hope not. I hope there's not an update for my 3DS next week that's like, just some stability fixes.
They try, but you give them like 2 weeks and somebody on Reddit's like, hey guys, new hack.
Cubic Ninja figured something out again.
That's the real blessing, that this whole community of animal-loving friends can come together to just bust the Nintendo 3DS beyond all recognition. Like, that's what I'm about. But yeah, Animal Crossing. It's a good time. You looking forward to when they inevitably put one out for the Switch?
I wish Animal Crossing would just come to the Switch, but everybody's like, it's not going to. Like, they don't like... Well, people have, like, suggested... I don't know if this relates to, like, releasing games for systems or whatever, but people... I watch lore videos on YouTube and stuff, and people are like, Animal Crossing would be really cool if it had this and this and this, but Nintendo supposedly doesn't like to listen to their fans and puts the opposite of what you'd expect.
God.
I think that, like, you're probably going to get it in, like, a year. Maybe you'll get an announcement, maybe this E3, because, like, that team is the Splatoon team, so, like, they've kind of just not been able to make an Animal Crossing game.
I think I agree. I think once this initial wave of Switch releases finishes up, once they put their big holiday push at the end of the year with like Mario and Xenoblade and all that, I think next year we get an Animal Crossing announcement by E3. I would say, fingers crossed, you know. But I can hope.
And we still have the Mobage or whatever it is, the mobile game.
That's right. Yeah, I forgot about that. Is that still in production?
It's been delayed like 3 times.
I was gonna say that was like supposed to come out earlier, I thought, and then it just like
December.
didn't. Yeah.
I remember them mentioning that a while back and thinking it was an interesting concept, but as far as I know, they never released any sort of concrete details as to what the mobile game would be, what it would include. I assumed it would be some kind of villager management sort of thing, but who knows? I have no idea. Did either of y'all play Happy Home Designer at all?
Yes.
My girlfriend did a lot.
Which I'm curious. Have you
not
played it,
no,
Ryan?
I know. I believe John reviewed it for the site, but that was at a time when I was so tight on money for games. I was like, yeah, I like Animal Crossing, but I don't know if I like it enough to, buy this.
Yeah, I don't own it, but my friend let me play it for a while. And there's a lot of I guess a lot of people don't like it because it's not the traditional Animal Crossing game. Yeah, but I really liked it. I don't know. It introduced a lot of new things when it comes to designing your home, which is one of the things that I personally really enjoy about Animal Crossing is designing a home. But I totally understand that people don't like to do the designs and they only like to fish or they only like to talk to the villagers and shop or whatever. Everybody has their own thing, but it was definitely right down my alley and I loved it.
That's good. I think everyone has something a little bit different that they love when it comes to Animal Crossing. I agree that I do really like the home designer stuff and it seems like a really interesting game, but I don't know if I could occupy myself enough with that for
with just that.
Yeah, with just that.
Right.
Although I do love it quite a bit. That was kind of my whole deal when I played Wild World for the DS. That was the first Animal Crossing game I ever played, and I fell in love with that game.
It's a very good game.
Yeah, I think I gave it to my sister or something, so I don't know where my copy of it is, but I should get back into New Leaf. Every time we talk about Animal Crossing on this podcast, I'm like, fuck yes. My god. It's been too long since I've played that game. I'm glad you could, I'm glad you could bring it back into the, cultural awareness in the sphere of this podcast because I think that isn't Animal Crossing New Leaf down at Nintendo's greatest hits collection now.
It is because my friend bought it for me.
Nice.
Last month, and it is that both digitally and physically.
That's good.
So
even now, that is a very worthwhile game. If you're coming in at the end of the 3DS lifespan, as it seems like it is, I cannot recommend playing that game enough. And Trex, it seems like you and Rose both really love it too.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
I just got all the Sanrio stuff from someone who sells that shit on those online forums. And now I have Cinnamoroll. Oh, word.
I do too, because I hacked my game.
Good. That's the right way to do it. But I'm I'm brokering deals in the shadows, and you're just press a button. There it is.
It's two different lifestyles, two different approaches, and isn't that really what Animal Crossing is all about? Living life
absolutely
in your own way. It's great. So yeah, Trex, thanks for the Animal Crossing update. Have you been up to anything else recently? Played any more good games? Or bad games?
No, I'm just absorbed in Animal Crossing right now.
Yeah, that's cool. Good. That's cool.
I'll try to find a bad game for the next podcast.
Don't push yourself too much. I don't encourage us. I don't encourage us to play bad games on this website, but it certainly can make for some entertaining podcast discussion. But far be it from me to give you a homework assignment to go out and play Bad Rats or some bullshit like that, because I would not wish that on my worst enemy.
I'll just replay Ukulele.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah, I know you really didn't like that game, so that's fair. I didn't play it, and I think it's going to stay that way, especially after reading your thoughts on it.
Not worth it.
Yeah. Well, that's fine. I mean, Animal Crossing is great. Have you been up to anything non-game related that you want to discuss? Or
No.
No? Okay.
Nope.
Cool. I can respect that. So how about we take this, talking stick and do a little juggler flip and pass it across the table to Rose. Rose, how have you been?
Oh, sure, I've been alright. Thanks for asking.
Yeah, of course.
For games that I've played, I don't know if you saw me tweet about this, but I played a game in my dreams last night that I think you would be a fan of.
Really now?
To an extent. So I had this dream that I was going to a video store that used to be around when I was a kid.
Uh-huh.
I was like an adult now, though. And I rented this game that was it was just called Friends. And it was the Friends part of Garfield and Friends, just the U.S. Acres part.
Oh, okay.
And I put it in my Game Boy Advance SP when I was back at home. And I started playing it, and all of a sudden I was playing as that, hold on one sec.
Drinking unsweet tea from a chicken restaurant around here. It's pretty tasty, but I am out.
God, I hate...
Really? Like
I like sweet tea, but like I don't like when you ask for sweet tea somewhere and they give you unsweet tea and it's not sweet.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think generally down here in Texas, like sweet tea is a little too sweet for me. And so if I get the rare kind of craving for tea, I will almost always get unsweet tea and then either put sugar in it or just drink it black. Like I have one of those like Keurig things back at my house, and I don't really drink coffee, but I'll just drink like straight green tea out of it, and it's normally pretty good.
See, I'm fine if I like brew tea myself and it's not sweet. I usually only put like a spoonful of honey in it anyway.
Yeah.
But I just like, I don't know, something about like store-bought tea is just different.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I generally try to brew it when I get the chance, like either in like a Keurig, which is kind of the same thing, or just like getting a bag and like, brewing it in like a pot or that sort of thing. I used to drink tea with honey and stuff because I used to do theater and all that, and I was actually just talking about this earlier. You know, you put honey down your throat to kind of coat it and give you a better vocal delivery, I suppose. But I got so sick of the taste of honey after a while that I stopped eating it. I was like, honey's disgusting. I hate this. And then only recently have I gotten back to the point where I'm like, yeah, it's honey. It's good. It's bee juice. You know, it's tasty. But
that's fair.
I
love honey.
Yeah. We live out in East Texas, and so there's a lot of like organic, like farm raised kind of stuff, and sometimes we'll go to like a farmer's market type thing, and they'll have like, you know, organic farm raised honey, and I'm like, yeah, hit me up with that. Give me some of that.
Yeah, that's how it is here. We have farmers markets every Saturday, like right next to where I live. Nice. And then I live I don't know if Texas is like this because I don't really remember living in San Antonio that much.
Sure.
But here in Ohio, there's like, you drive like 10 minutes down the road and then you hit like an Amish farm and Amish shops and just Amish people everywhere.
Yeah, Texas is like, it depends on where you are, because sometimes you'll drive for just like half an hour and there's like nothing. And then sometimes you'll get into like more kind of populated areas and there's stuff all over the place. But out here, there's more like farms, but that's more like East-West Texas. Central Texas is mostly like cities and like plains, I suppose.
Yeah. But, yeah, natural, like, raw, organic honey is so delicious. Yeah. Like, it's 1,000 times better than store-bought honey.
It's really good.
Like, I've stopped buying from the store.
Oh, yeah.
Just because.
We'll go out and we'll get, like, a giant canister of honey from someone who sells it, and then we'll dole it out into those little bear-shaped bottles until we, like, run out of it, and then go buy more.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hi, sorry, hopefully it should be fine.
Yeah, I think it'll be okay. But it's kind of fucked up, though, that they put honey in, like, bottles shaped like bears. Like, why would you put a natural resource in, like, the predator that steals it from those who, like, create it?
I guess,
because we're the predators that steal it.
Damn. Hashtag true facts.
But we're trying to like frame someone else.
Yeah. Isn't that the plot of B-Movie with Jerry Seinfeld?
Yeah, that's it.
They like assassinate Winnie the Pooh in that movie. Like they like shoot him with like a sleeping dart.
That was so messed up.
That movie's fucked up. I watched that with my sister semi recently. That movie blows, but it's bizarre.
I've said it
Pull
before.
The trigger, Piglet.
The only funny part is when Patrick Warburton's character walks by his law firm at the end of the movie and says that bee is living his life and is on the ground crying.
Yeah, like, that's pretty solid. All right, Rose. I don't remember what the hell you were talking about earlier, but are we ready to get back into?
We can just start over from the beginning.
What were we talking about? Can you refresh me?
My dream. Game. The game I was playing in my dream.
Oh.
Yeah, just start over from like the description of that. That should be fine.
So I went to the store that was a video store when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
But I was an adult and I got a game that it was called Friends, and it was just the Friends part of Garfield and Friends, like USA strip.
So not Friends like, Joey, Chandler, Rachel.
No. I was really hoping so. It'd be like a murder mystery Friends sitcom.
In a way, just follow the game dream. The dream goes on. So I brought it home after renting it, put it in my Game Boy Advance SP, and I was playing it in my room, looking out the window, and I was playing as the pig character, pig from the thing, and I walked over this button in the game, and all of a sudden there was like rumbling in real life, and I look out my window, and this plane is taking off out of the ground, and I step off the switch, and like it slows down, and then when I stay on the switch, it goes up into the air, goes over like a couple streets over, crashes and explodes.
Oh my god.
And it like blew up, and like it was like this horrible thing, and I stepped off the button and the rumbling stopped and everything, and it was like, what?
You purchased a Garfield game with the power of God in its cartridge. You held the power of life and death in your Game Boy Advance SP.
And I just remember like going on a school bus and like seeing, like telling people like, you need to see this. And I pulled out and I just did it again, and it blew up another street. And everyone was like, you shouldn't have done that. How could you? And I was like, oh. This is like
Reddit creepypasta kind of bullshit you've got going on here.
But I don't know why it was the Garfield and Friends.
No, not Garfield and Friends, just and Friends.
Oh yeah, sorry, and Friends. But no, it was just called Friends, which is even more alarming. Like, it's not even and Friends.
It's like the and Friends gives you a sense that something is fundamentally missing from the experience, but just Friends sounds vaguely sinister, I think. It's an ill omen, if you will.
So that's all I remember, but I just wanted to share that because I thought you would appreciate the Garfield and Friends.
The nightmarish existentialism of Friends for the Game Boy Advance SP.
Of chaos that I just abided by, I guess. I knew what I was doing.
Sure.
I knew what I was doing when I did the second one, but I did it anyway.
Sure.
What does that say?
It's like that sometimes. Maybe you go see a therapist and they say, well, actually, Rose, you were Garfield all along, and crashing the planes was you attempting to escape your comatose reality dream state.
but you blamed your friends instead.
Damn. That's deep truth right there. So anyway, have you been playing anything
in
that's
real
not...
games?
Any real games that aren't horrible dream Garfield titles of ill omen?
Luckily, yes.
Okay, good.
I've been playing a lot, actually. I've been playing Animal Crossing, like I said before. That's good.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
I'm playing... I played all of Destiny 1.
Okay.
The game gets better over time, and then you realize there's no one playing it because everyone's playing Destiny 2, and you can't finish anything at a certain point.
Yeah, that sounds like the experience I had yesterday. I bought the DLC for the newest Star Wars Battlefront game because it was all free, and I'd had the game for forever. I had the game for 2 years. I played it for a couple months, then got really pissed off that I paid $60 for it and stopped playing it. But I went back to it yesterday, and I just got bodied. Like, every match was just like a slaughter, and I'm like, okay, these people have been playing this game for 2 years straight, and I've been playing it not that, so I think I'm going to step off for a little while.
Sure. It was interesting. I guess, like, Destiny is weird.
Yeah.
Like I said, it does get better. Sorry. It does get better over time.
Sure.
And it gets more Bungie game.
Sure.
But I've been playing Destiny 2 also now.
Okay.
And that's, like, a lot better, I think. And it actually just feels like Halo.
Okay. I don't know anything about either of those games, so I will take your word for it.
It's just, it's an MMO pretending not to be an MMO, and everyone's tricked by it, even though they are people who wouldn't play MMOs.
Sure. And you are a person who would play MMOs, correct?
Yeah. It's like really weird because you see a lot of people talk about Destiny and they go like, oh, it has all this crazy stuff. And I'm just sitting here like, man, that's been in WoW since 2002 or something like that. And like, it's very accessible, I guess is what I would say for it. It's much more accessible than like Final Fantasy XIV, for example. Okay. So I get like why more people are into it. I'm interested to see. I'm not like quite done Destiny 2. It's not very long, I think, to do the story.
The campaign, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm almost done it, and it's fun. Okay. I think all the classes are pretty fun. I think it's weird they didn't really add any new ones.
Sure.
Like in the second time around, like it's weird to think like even just when Final Fantasy does an expansion, they add a new one. But
yeah, that's interesting. I like I said, I don't know enough about it, but the fact that it's such an improvement over the first one is a good sign, considering I heard about that first one when it came out, and I was like, I don't know why anyone would play this game, but if the second one's better, then, great, good on them.
Yeah, it's a lot better. The first one was definitely, like, I played it at launch, like, straight when it came out, because I love Halo, like, a ton.
Sure.
And it was really bad, like straight up just bad.
Yeah,
like
that's
not even
what
like
I've heard.
But like everyone kept being like, "Oh, this is great," and I was like, "What? Like, am I missing something?"
Yeah.
But if I had, there's one thing I'm mad about in Destiny 2. It's that they wrote out like all of the female characters.
Really?
Yeah.
That's not like ideal.
They made a big thing in between the two games. They were like, oh, we're getting rid of some of the stuff in the canon to make it more like better writing and stuff like that. Because I don't know if you know how the story in the first game worked. I don't have any idea. They had these cards. You got when you did things like get 2,500, like an Xbox, like a Gears of War achievement, right?
Sure.
Like kill 2,500 robots.
Yeah.
And you get a card. And it's a card that has lore on it, that has story for the game.
Okay, fair enough.
You can only access that card from the Bungie.net website.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
And they're all separated in a really confusing way, and it was really dumb, and the game also had, like, barely any story, like, in the game. Sure.
Nothing worth, like, pursuing that for.
Yeah. And so they also went into, like, the really bad Kingdom Hearts style of thing, where, like, Kingdom Hearts plays it unironically, sort of, if you get it, like, where it's the light and dark bullshit.
Yeah.
But, like, it's so, like, Kingdom Hearts is sincere about it.
Of course. And, that's, like, the bread and butter of that franchise.
In an alarming way, almost.
Yeah.
But Destiny was just, like, sort of doing it because they felt like they had to, I guess. So they, like, they cut out the darkness as the force or whatever from the game.
Yes. I remember reading about that where they were like, what's the darkness? Well, fuck, we didn't know, so you won't either.
Yeah, like, we didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
But, so, like, they did that with other things, too, but, like, they cut out, like, the 3 other big women characters from the game.
Mm-hmm.
Because they were like, we didn't know what to do with them. And it was like,
great. Thanks.
One of them, they said, like, oh, we just made that one for cosplay. And it was like,
It's like this background Star Wars characters that just make to sell figures of.
Yeah.
My God. Come on.
So that's, like, a thing that I took a little umbrage with. But other than that, pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good game. The multiplayer feels a lot better. They have, like, this announcer who's, like, this big man. He has a sword. He just stays around at, like, your base. But, like, over the announcement, he's always like, oh, good job. Like, he's always positive, and it's great.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you could be losing and you just be like, you're the last one, but you can do it. Like, go ahead. Like, fucking get him.
Yeah.
So that's pretty fun.
It's good. We all need a little positivity in our lives, I think.
Absolutely, especially when you're playing an online game. An online competitive game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Other than that, I've just been dabbling a little in Steins Gate Zero.
Okay. I don't know anything about those games.
There's visual novels, very standard. If you played Steins Gate 1, it's basically like that, except I think it's written a little better.
Okay.
I can't really get into anything without spoiling either, because it's like a really weird, like, immediate posting, but it's good. I'm enjoying it. It's okay. I like it. It's cool because it has like multiple viewpoints this time instead of just one.
Yeah.
But it's very anime, so that's
I can respect
you don't want that.
You know,
nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that.
We're all fans of anime and visual novels on this website, so
sure.
Except Michael, maybe. I don't know.
We don't know.
Yeah, I think
it's an enigma, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know. The only visual novel I've really ever played is Danganronpa, and so I just use that as my frame of reference for like everything else. So take that how you will.
It's a good one to do that with.
Yeah. Yep. So, Rose, been doing anything else recently?
As I've told you before, I watched Twin Peaks. Love Twin Peaks. That's great. Great show. Twin Peaks is great. Watch Twin Peaks if you like it. If you don't like it, hey, go ahead. That's fine. But I like it a lot, and I think that's about it.
That's okay.
About it. Let's say that's good enough.
Yeah,
what have you been playing, Ryan?
Yeah, if you don't have any other discussion topics, don't feel obligated to, stretch it out or anything. As for what I've been playing, that's a good question. I haven't been playing a whole lot recently since I was on last week. I mentioned I played a little bit more of the newer Star Wars Battlefront game, not Star Wars Battlefront 2, obviously, but Star Wars Battlefront 1, which is the one from 2015, which is actually the third Star Wars Battlefront game. But let's not cut hairs on all that nonsense. I played that game back when it came out in 2015. I spent a whole big 60 buckaroos on a game that was essentially half of a game that I played for about 2 months and then felt like I had exhausted to its logical endpoint and decided not to ever play it ever again. But this week, they put all the DLC, which is like the 4 packs, which is like 8 maps and like a bunch of new characters and like weapons and stuff. So essentially the other half of the game that they should have had at launch. And now that I'm 2 years removed from being angry about it, and I have all the content necessary to actually play that game, it's not bad. It's a fun time for I think the whole package is like $5 right now, which is extremely worthwhile. If you like Star Wars or like Battlefield or whatever the hell, there are still people playing that game. They are very good at that game, so if you've never played it, you will probably get just taken to task like every round. But it still looks great. It's a great looking game. I love the way it looks. I like the way it plays too. I'd never played a Battlefield game before, but that's pretty much what that game is, I guess. So, reviews of a 2-year-old game that I reviewed at launch notwithstanding, it's been pretty fun, aside from getting my ass handed to me consistently and embarrassingly every time I decide to boot up a match in that game. Could be worse, I guess. I could still hate it, but I don't, and that's the important part.
Good. I've never played that game, but I've only heard, from people who got, really into it. They seem to enjoy it a lot. They seem to say, it was, a really good... it felt different enough from Battlefield, and I think especially what they just kept saying is it looked gorgeous.
It does.
Everything looks, amazing.
It looks great. I don't have a frame of reference for, the other Battlefield games, but I think my biggest umbrage with it when it came out was just there was so little content in it that you could only play it for so long before you felt like you had done like everything possible that you could do. Unless you were just really, really into the multiplayer stuff. And I mean, obviously that game is all multiplayer, but I mean like just doing match after match after match after match with the same, 4 or 6 maps or whatever, and like the same few modes and that sort of stuff, which is really kind of depressing. But now with it being as cheap as it is, I would definitely recommend it for, like I said, like Star Wars fans and stuff like that. It's a good game. Don't get me wrong, it's a good game, but it was not worth the price you had to pay for it when it came out at launch, which was absurd. I guess that's just how EA operates now, but
yeah, you'd hope that like at some point they would have learned to make it like a $30 game or something. Like anything. Like you would
40
you would even
hope, but that's not how the big leagues play these days. I think that the second game, which is coming out in November, is going to have basically free map updates and stuff like throughout its entire life cycle, which I hate it, but it's kind of making me think like, hey, maybe you should drop $60 on that game when it comes out. And I'm like, I want to, but I also have to buy Super Mario Odyssey, so probably not. We'll see what happens with all that. Speaking of Switch games, though, I have continued to play Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, which is still a fantastic game. There's a review of that by me up on the site at this point. And if you have a Switch, I really can't recommend it enough. Trex, you have a Switch, right?
I do.
Mm-hmm. Are you into strategy games and all that at all?
Yeah, I am. I was actually kind of interested in Rabbids. Yeah. I gazed at it today at Target, and I was like, I don't have $60 right now, but as soon as I do, I'm probably gonna buy it.
Yeah, if it ever drops in price in the future, you have the money to spend on it, I definitely recommend it. One thing that continues to surprise me is how deep the gameplay can be at times, and how sort of challenging the game is. Because I think I talked about it last week, but you go into that game with these preconceptions as to what a Mario-branded XCOM-based strategy game is going to play like, and the sort of difficulty level that would be inherent in a game like that. But Kingdom Battle definitely goes above and beyond in making sure that it has plenty of worthwhile gameplay, I suppose. It doesn't just feel like you're, slapdashing through the levels or, just cakewalking or that kind of thing. There's definitely a lot of intricate planning and strategy and luck that goes into the levels, which I really enjoy. It's a game that if you have seen gameplay of it, if you have read reviews and you think you're going to enjoy it, you probably will enjoy it, because even with the main campaign and stuff like that, there's challenges, you can redo stuff for perfect ratings and stuff like that, and it's really kind of pleasantly surprised me with the wealth of content and satisfaction that you get out of the gameplay in Kingdom Battle. I would hope that they make a sequel or something at some point, honestly, but I know there's going to be DLC or something at some point. So, 2 years from now, buy the Kingdom Battle Ultimate Edition with the new maps and that kind of stuff, I guess.
Right.
Yeah. Is there anything else, Trex, that you're looking forward to coming out on the Switch anytime soon?
Are we segueing?
We could. We could go ahead and segue into news. I'm just trying to, make some conversation and such.
Is a good segue.
All right. Well, good.
Oh, you're fine.
That's how you.
I think it's a good segue.
All right, that's great. That's how we make great segues here on VideoGameChooChoo.com. I walk out onto the middle of the stage with a megaphone and say, "This is a segue. It's time for news." So, let's do it. Let's get on our segues and drive into the news. So, Trex, we had a Nintendo Direct a couple days ago at the time of this recording, and as I understand it, you went over the Switch releases from this Nintendo Direct.
I sure did.
Excellent. Great. Would you like to...
Yeehaw!
Yeah, yeehaw. This is the Texas podcast now. This is what happens when when I take over. I put on my cowboy hat, my cowboy boots, I click these heels together and say, "Giddy up, partner! It's time for some news. Let's rustle up some news. Let's get those doggies rolling." So Trex, if you will, why don't you give us the rustle, the rodeo, if you will, on the Nintendo Switch news.
All right, but I'm gonna give the whole news in a Texas accent.
I will not stop you.
Oh boy!
Just kidding. I really don't want to. Okay. So, there's a lot of games that were announced that, we all know from, E3 or Indies or whatever.
Sure.
So, like, Super Mario Odyssey, everybody can't wait for that. Like,
I am on the edge of my seat, to be completely honest.
Absolutely. And, like, they just showed a bundle that you can get with the game with red Joy-Cons. And and a carrying case, but who cares? I just shove it in my back pocket.
I actually do use my carrying case for my Switch. Being out here in Texas, I have my giant belt buckle, and I just kind of loop the handle for the carrying case like across my big Texas belt buckle and carry my Switch like that. But you were saying?
So a lot of the games are basically just I don't know how to say it, like sequels to games or re-release games or whatever. So you have Snipper Clips Plus, which is something that I'm really looking forward to because I really liked Snipper Clips, but it's basically just Snipper Clips with new modes and new levels and all that fun stuff.
Cool.
And of course there's a new game coming out. I feel like it kind of has some I feel like it's a lot of games that people say don't age well, and it's the new arcade mashup Mario game thing. I forgot what it's called. Arcade something. I'm looking forward to it, but I know when we were watching it, a bunch of people were like, "Oh, these don't age well." And,
Do you know what games are included in that? Yeah.
So, I remember seeing Ice Climbers.
Okay.
Mario Brothers versus.
Okay.
Balloon Fight versus or whatever. It's a lot of that old school stuff that you saw in an arcade.
Okay.
But there's that to look forward to. And the biggest game of the year, besides Odyssey, there is a new Kirby game because they seem to just spit out Kirby games lately.
It's the anniversary, Gotta give him his dues.
So it's the Kirby Kirby Star Allies. That's what it's called. It's basically, I saw it and I was like, oh, this is just Legend of Zelda 4 Sword Adventures. But it's basically, it can be a co-op game, but basically you and, 3 friends or whatever play. And one of the things that a lot of people wanted back from the olden days was in Kirby 64, you could suck up enemies and steal their powers.
You could.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in this game, they bring it back, finally, after, people hassled them about that. So I'm really looking forward to that. If I recall, I think Rose was...
Yeah, no, I love Kirby 64 more than anything, and Robobot was already like, hey, remember Kirby 64? And now this is like, hey, remember Kirby 64 like even more?
Yeah.
And I just want Fireworks Kirby, which is the sickest Kirby that's ever existed, because it was just like Kirby constantly exploding as you go through the level, and you're just constantly exploding and everything around you is being destroyed, and you're just having a good time.
Yeah. They're doing a poll, Nintendo, to vote for the best Kirby copy ability, so maybe you should get in on that.
I will, if they have Fireworks Kirby.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. I'm glad y'all are both looking forward to that. I don't know too much about Kirby aside from playing Canvas Curse back in the day, and that was a pretty solid game. But
it's an interesting one.
Yeah, for sure. So anything else coming out of the Switch pipeline soon, Trex?
I think the most important thing to announce is, I know before I wrote a news article about how the Switch is actually introducing micro SD cards to play bigger games. And one of those bigger games includes Doom.
Yeah, 2007 or 2016 Doom. Right, that game came out last year, right?
Yes. It was 2016.
That was last year. Yeah. So what exactly does Doom have to do with the micro SD card controversy, or micro SD update, or micro SD improvement, depending on how you look at it?
I know what they do is they make it so that the campaign is all on the cartridge.
Yeah.
And the multiplayer is a download.
That's pretty impressive, honestly. I kind of want to play that game on the Switch. But I'm still kind of turned off by the $60 price tag on it, but the fact that it won't necessarily require like a micro SD card to play the campaign is a godsend, I think. Like, that made my interest in playing that game on Switch go from like 40% to like 70% maybe. I don't know. I'm still thinking about it, but that's going to come out in a time where I think we're all going to be trying to play the other great games from this year leading up to Game of the Year and all that, so we'll see what happens. Yeah, that's cool. Thanks for the Switch update, Trex. Anything else you want to serve out on a hot, steaming platter of news today?
Still no Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
The end.
It's sad, you know? I just hope that we hear something about that next year, but thanks for the update. If you don't have anything else, then I'll go ahead and slide it on over to Rose, who is going to cover the 3DS news from the Nintendo Direct.
Oh, yeah. So, the 3DS still exists. Nintendo is still making games for it, even though they already have that fancier portable console.
Sure. Which one is that? The NX?
Yeah, the NX. The Nintendo Extreme.
They prototyped it back in the 90s.
I would I don't know if you saw like that the Scorpio has that edition that like just says Scorpio on it. I'm sorry, the Xbox One X is its real name. It has the Scorpio version. Yeah, I would like one of those for the Switch where it just says like NX on it or some stupid shit. I don't. But the 3DS is what we're talking about here, not the NX. So they had like a little stuff. They also announced a Kirby game for that, for the 3DS, which is like a, if you played that Zelda game, or even heard of it, like a couple years back, Triforce Heroes, where it was like a multiplayer Zelda, like top-down multiplayer brawl thing. It's that, but with Kirby. And it has like its own story mode, and
Okay.
It's basically as simple as that. There's Buff DDD, kind of alarming.
Okay, so wait, was Buff DDD in the 3DS or the Switch version? He's
in the Switch Kirby game because I used it for
the
header.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm glad in the year 2018 I will be able to put Buff DDD on my giant 69-inch plasma screen TV I have
it'll
in my
be
living
720p. Like, no, you don't want that on your dinky 3DS.
No, you get those penguin pectorals up on the big screen. You know, it's the good stuff.
Yeah, I think this one will probably be all right. Kirby games are never bad, really. I think the only bad one is that Wii U one. That was less the game and more the presentation of it. But other than Kirby, they had the 2 Pokemon games again. Not much crazy new from that. I'm still disappointed that they just recolored a dog and are calling that a new Pokemon.
Yeah, not great, but you know,
it's Pokemon. That's what you kind of expect. But I really like Black and White 2, which is the last time they've done secondary games to this. So I'm hoping that maybe these are secretly as good as those, but I'm kind of holding out hope. In a very small amount.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I mean, I think everyone just wants them to finally put Sun or Moon on the Switch, or just any Pokemon game on the Switch, which may or may not be happening. Because
they did announce that earlier this year.
They announced it, but they haven't detailed it at all. They're just hey, Pokemon's coming to the Switch. I don't know what, when, how, or why, but it'll be there eventually.
They tend to announce Pokemon games the year they come out. What in full when they announce it. So I bet we see it at E3 and it's out November or something next year.
Yeah, that's fair. I've been wanting to play Sun and Moon, but I keep delaying on it because I'm like, what if it comes out for the Switch? What if there's, a re-release of it or something? Do I want to play Ultra Sun and Moon, or do I just want to get the original version? But I don't know.
I think these are apparently not sequels. These are like reimaginings or something. I don't even remember what they said.
It seems complicated
thing.
Yeah.
But like I do recommend the original Sun and Moon. They are quite good. And they're probably not as pricey now. But they are good.
Sure.
But other than that, there are the Pokemon Gold and Silver re-releases. Like the Game Boy Color version coming out on the Virtual Console. You can buy those and get a Celebi. They're really good.
A Celebi and Sun and Moon, you mean?
Yeah, and Sun and Ultra Moon. You'll have a Celebi if you buy one of them.
Okay.
Now I want it.
Yeah.
The only other big game they showed for the 3DS was a really Mario Party, the top 100, which is the top 100.
It's the top 100 full Mario Party titles ever released.
Yep.
So it's just like all
100 of them
just crammed into the 3DS. Like each one is playing like 2 kilobyte
simultaneously.
Audio. Yeah, absolutely. It's how they were meant to be experienced.
But it is unfortunately not that. It is just the minigames, the top 100 minigames in a collection. I don't know how they determined what's the top 100 minigames, because they didn't do a poll or anything, but apparently it's the top 100.
Sure.
It only has download play for multiplayer. So sorry you can't do this online, but also why would you? Because it's a Mario Party game without the good part of Mario Party, which is the stupid board game and ruining your friends' lives.
Yeah, God. Absolutely.
And hearing them announce this just made me go, wow, why didn't they make WarioWare?
Yeah, I remember us watching the Direct and seeing like mini games like, oh, it's going to be WarioWare, and then it was something not as good. So that wasn't ideal.
Something not as good is very generous. But hey, if you'd like just the Mario Party mini games, that's coming out in November. So
soon.
There you go.
Or 2 months, I guess. Yeah.
Other than those like big announcements, they just announced like, hey, Minecraft's new 3DS if you want to play that. And like they're localizing a bunch of Atlas games, like the Radiant Historia remake and Shin Megami Tensei Strange Journey.
Yes, I have that pre-ordered already. Actually, I'm really excited to play that game. But yeah. Anything else for the 3DS?
No, like that's about it. Like you can get a Pokeball 3DS, I guess. 2DS XL, sorry, because that's out now.
Yeah, I have one. They're pretty cool.
They are pretty cool. I like them a lot. But that's about it. Yeah. Okay. So if you want to shoot the news everywhere, Ryan.
Do I? Let's not. Let's have no shooting happening on this podcast.
Okay.
I don't want this to become a murder mystery with only 3 people involved.
Well, it's like Texas, I thought. Like, we're shooting like guns, like
sure.
bam, bam.
Yeah, I got you. Shoot the news. Like, being like, giddy up, partner. Or like, this town ain't big enough for the 2 of us. Nintendo Direct news segments. It's like, bam, bam, like, dance. And then he like shoots at your feet. Yeah. Oh my god. Alright, I have one more little quick bit of news before we move on to questions in this. What I'm assuming is going to be a relatively compacted episode of this podcast, but we'll see how it goes. So, some of you may like dogs. Some of you may like the creator, Kamiya, who is responsible for...
Hell yeah, I do.
Like Bayonetta and that kind of stuff. Those good games. Well, some of you may know that he made a game involving a dog that came out in 2006 called Okami. And as we have learned this week, there will now be an Okami HD restoration coming to PS4, Xbox One, and PC on December 12th. So that's kind of cool. I've never played Okami before, but I've always wanted to. So hearing this is going to come to PS4, it's like, Hell yeah. Let me line up for that. That PS4 Okami HD remaster. According to this, it will have 4K support, an option for 4:3 aspect ratio if you really want to get like the PS2 original dimensions in there. And this will give you back the loading screen minigames that were removed from the Wii and PS3 versions of the game. So that's kind of cool. If you played it like last gen and were not satisfied by the Okami experience lacking its loading screen minigames, then I guess this one gets back to basics. That's pretty much it. There's not much other news to talk about Okami HD other than that I'm really excited to play this game, you know?
I'm so excited.
Yeah, it's like the Shadow of the Colossus remaster that's coming out soon. I never owned a PS3, and I don't really want to like go back and dig through eBay to get the PS2 versions of these games. So I'm glad that they're bringing this more kind of popular but also culty games to the PS4, so people like me can get a stab at them finally, and you know, see what the fuss is about, I guess. Have either of you played Okami before?
Hell yeah.
You have.
I haven't.
Yeah, but the one that I played was on the Wii.
Okay.
But which I like that concept better. It was originally on what, PS2?
PS2, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
PS2, yeah. But like I like the whole like handheld because I mean the game basically incorporates like drawing and painting or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, it was kind of fun swinging my Wiimote around.
Yeah, absolutely. It definitely seems like the kind of game that benefits from a, kind of playing around with the motion controls and such.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do y'all know if the one on PS3 was like PS Move or if it was just...
I think. I'm pretty sure it was.
All right, that's kind of cool. Then it kind of surprises me that this isn't also coming to Switch, but I guess if they want like a blanket release for it, it's just easier to port it from PS2 to HD and just release it on regular consoles. It doesn't seem... I think,
like, since it's on PC, like, I'd imagine that's, like, a big part of it, because, like, you wouldn't want to you can't really take the Wii one, right?
Yeah.
And, like, the PS3 one let you use a controller, but it's a PS3 game, and, like, porting those is, like, no thanks.
Sure.
So I think it's really good that this is even happening, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
But
yeah, absolutely. It doesn't seem like they're making a huge deal about it, but it's really cool that, it's occurring, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Switch, 3DS, and Okami HD. And that's the news. Let's shut the book on this one and move on to questions. Y'all ready to answer the queries of the Video Game Choo-Choo listenership?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's get into it. So, if you want to submit a question, you can send them to videogamechoochoo.tumblr.com/ask, or you can email us at podcast@videogamechoochoo.com. Since Michael is not here, I will be handling the questions tonight. And we can knock these questions out like baseballs into the field of closure, I guess. I don't know where I was going with that one, but let's just get on with it. Our first question comes from Anonymous, who says, Wolfenstein the New Colossus and Mario Odyssey come out on the same day, so which part of my soul should I nourish first? The dark, corrupted side that wants to see fascists play with blood and fire, or the sweet candy side that would like to be a T-Rex?
I'm gonna say Mario.
I'd have to say Mario. I don't really care about Wolfenstein.
I care about Wolfenstein, but I still say Mario because you'll be feeling better in order to, fuel that fascist hate more.
Yeah,
like
100%.
Happily, like with Mario power.
Yeah. I agree. I'd say Mario first, and here's why. Super Mario Odyssey will always cost $60 because it's a first-party Nintendo game.
True.
5 months after release, Wolfenstein will be like $30. Like it'll
absolutely.
Like that's
true.
Bethesda slashes the prices on their games so fast it's not even funny. And the first new Wolfenstein game was great. The new Doom was great, and I'm sure Wolfenstein New Colossus is going to be fantastic. But I am so on the edge of my seat, quivering with anticipation for Super Mario Odyssey, that to give any other answer to this question would be untrue to myself and the core of my being, I think. Any other thoughts on Wolfenstein versus Mario? Hold on, Wolfenstein versus Mario sounds like a great idea for a game.
Well, now that it's going to be on the Switch, it's a possibility that, Smash Brothers rolls around and there's BJ Blazkowicz and he's ready.
It's like when they put Solid Snake in
exactly,
in
except it would make more sense than Snake, which made no sense that he was even there.
Yeah, that was really weird in retrospect. What was up with that? Do I think y'all know what was up with that?
No. I don't, he even had Big Boss camo. Why did he have Big Boss camo? MGS1 is the only Nintendo one.
Yeah. I mean, they did put MGS3 on the 3DS eventually, but...
Yeah, 5 years later?
It was a prophecy, they saw it coming.
Oh, yeah, mm-hmm.
They scried into the future with their big Nintendo branded crystal ball and said eventually this dude's going to be in Smash, or on the 3DS. Anyway, let's move on. Anonymous says, general thoughts on finally seeing Mario's nipples for the first time.
I was waiting for this.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah?
I was
really
waiting.
Now. Uh-huh. How so?
I just everybody's so excited about his nipples that I knew this was coming up. And I was like, it's either going to be one of us bringing it up or, somebody's going to ask a question about his nipples in the future. And I was just like, should I bring it up now? I almost brought it up on an answer to the last question, saying that the reason you should get Super Mario Odyssey first is because you get a first-hand look at Mario's nipples, plus there's a Shiba Inu in it.
God, do you think they'll use the HD Rumble on the Switch so when you move the controller sticks around, it makes them move on his chest, kind of tweaks them a little? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is that
bounces
too?
When he runs?
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. I don't know what to answer this question with. I guess I'm glad that we have finally received canon confirmation as to whether or not Mario has a tribal tattoo on his left shoulder.
Yeah.
Which I guess the answer is either no, he does not, or he had it removed via laser therapy at some point in the past.
Or it was temporary.
Yeah, hey, this tribal tattoo shit's a little too racist even for Mario. Maybe I should go and
racist Mario. That's his territory, not Mario.
Yeah, maybe
he's not a plumber anymore. He has to be something.
So wait, hold on. What does Mario having a tribal tattoo possibly? How does that possibly connect to him being a plumber? Is it a stereotype that plumbers have tribal tattoos?
Absolutely.
Are they is it like a sign, if you're walking down the street and you see this sick piece going up this dude's neck, it's oh, he must be a plumber.
He works with pipes for a living.
Oh my god.
He got it removed when he got his plumber license revoked.
Mm-hmm. How would you say that he got his license revoked? What was the story leading up to that incident, do you think?
He was just too lazy, I think. He was too busy doing 3D World or some stupid bullshit, and he didn't go to the office.
So you think that Mario was just so busy doing other stuff that they essentially let him go from the plumbing business? See, I'd like to think that maybe one day he got Bowser stuck inside a pipe, and the dude at his business was "This is it, Mario. You finally bit the big one. You're out of here." you really screwed up this time, Mario.
I'm just imagining the bomb from Paper Mario 1000 Year Door, the Captain Bobbery as wearing a suit, and he's saying that to him
turn in your plunger, turn in your plumber's badge, turn in your fanny pack of tools, Mario. You're out of here. And then Mario,
he just says, "Oh no!"
It's like that scene. It's like that scene in Spider-Man 2 where he throws his costume in the dumpster and walks away in the rain. And you just see Mario tossing his plunger into a dumpster, and then the the game over music plays as he. That's it. So that's a little gamer's humor for you all.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I think we've answered the question on Mario's nipples. So how about we move on to our next ask here on the great service Tumblr.com. Anonymous says, speaking of which, Do you think the Mario/Rabbids game is a sign of further second-party cooperation by Nintendo, or is it just a one-time thing? I have an answer for this right off the bat.
Mm-hmm.
I think that with everything we've seen with the Switch, I think that Nintendo will definitely be open to more second-party cooperation. I think just the fact that they're porting Doom to the Switch speaks to the fact that they're willing to go way outside of their comfort zone with the stuff they put on their consoles at this point. And I would love to see a sequel to Mario Rabbids, but I would also love to see more weird crap with Mario, like Dr. Mario 2, he's in Trauma Center now, or Mario rides horses. Help me workshop some workshop.
Red Dead Redemption, but Samus is there.
Okay, that's a good start.
Mario. Let me think. Just Mario. What is Mario? Mario Kart, but Forza. There's Forza.
I mean, they're releasing Mario like Rocket League now. I guess like there's like Rocket League skins. That's Mario.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, Trix, do you have any ideas to put on the big corkboard of Nintendo crossovers we're working on here?
No, I'm sorry. I'm not as creative as y'all.
That is okay. There we go. There we go. That's one. Mario pitches at the 9-to-5 business meeting. Mario has a job.
It's like SimCity.
It's like Mario going from job to job interview after being let go as a plumber and trying to get work as a graphic
Mario and Minions
designer.
at the Olympics.
Sorry, Mario what?
Mario and Minions at the Olympics.
Oh my god. See, now that they've done Mario plus Rabbids, I think that opens the door for, like, Sonic plus Minions, if nothing else. Like, Sega's gotta get in on that sweet competition money. And, teaming up their fantastic, untarnished stable of wonderful Sonic games with everyone's favorite
fucking
characters.
Right. Yeah, you better not say anything bad about Shadow.
I didn't say anything about Shadow. I just was talking about the Sonic franchise as a whole. I can listen.
It's implicit.
I can implicate Sonic as a whole without specifically mentioning Shadow, who I think is a great character. So.
Thank you.
I don't know. Mario plus Shin Megami Tensei.
Oh yeah, Mario's a demon.
Journey. Yeah, you summon a Goomba as a demon, and he says like, "Hey, I'm gonna kick your ass, clown shoes," and then you have to negotiate with the Goomba who's talking like a New York plumber, which is what Mario used to be.
I unironically would adore if it was Paper Mario Shin Megami Tensei game where it's like just Paper Mario shit, and then it's like, oh, you have to negotiate with a Babam. Like, that's amazing. Like, I'm on board for that.
Sure.
Like, the Babam says, like, want to see how far we can go? And, like, he just lights his fuse, and it's like, oh, shit!
That's pretty good. I mean, Mario's crossed over with XCOM mechanics, so who's to say we want to see demon negotiation in Paper Mario? Okay, moving on. Anonymous says, clear or brown? What kind of soda would you like? I get the impression that this anonymous asker has invited us into their parlor and is about to serve us a fine, like stable
clear or brown.
Of drinks. Yeah, you don't get to choose the flavor; you just get to choose the color, like clear soda or brown soda.
That's the weirdest question to ask somebody, but like at the same time, like I get it. Like there is a distinct difference between the two.
Absolutely, clear sodas are generally like fruity. Brown sodas are more like down in the dirt, I guess. I don't quite know how to describe them. Like they're a little heavier on the tongue, I guess. Fizzier, more caffeinated, like
more sugary.
Yeah. So what's y'all's answer? Clear or brown soda?
Clear.
I don't drink soda, but if I had to choose, it would be clear.
Yeah, I don't drink soda a lot anymore, like barely at all, but I think I'd probably go with clear just because I think I would enjoy the selection of clear drinks more. Like if you served me a random 10 clear drinks versus a random 10 brown drinks, I would probably enjoy like 7 of the clear drinks and maybe like 3 of the brown drinks, if that makes sense. So in this situation where we play Russian roulette with our sodas of choice, I think I have to go with clear.
Like, I drink ginger ale once in a blue moon, and now that I think about it, is ginger ale clear, or is it brown?
It's generally
that's clear.
If you get Canada Dry, it's definitely clear.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. I normally drink that as, like, a mixer with, like, alcohol and stuff like that, but that's good to know. It's good to know that we're all in unanimous decision. Like, if I have a whole can of, like, Sprite to split between the three of us, then there will be...
We're already,
Yeah, no complaints, you know? Next question. Rainy Day Let's Play says, will there be video games in the afterlife? And if so, how do they get there?
I have an answer. It's easy.
Sure.
It's when someone draws porn of video game, it dies and immediately goes to the afterlife.
All right, that's okay. That's like a video game going to like hell in the afterlife, I think.
Yeah, well, it's going to the afterlife regardless, though. You know,
you didn't say what part of the afterlife though, so I see how this is. I think when you go to hell, it's just like the beta version of Duke Nukem Forever and like Gex and like Bubsy 3D and shit like that. So that's not great. How do they get there? I don't know. Those games were made by Satan, so he has special access.
I think when you die, you are the video game.
Damn. So here's my question. Does everyone become a previously existing game? Or if I die, will I become like Super Mario Hollywood or something like that? Will I be... I don't know. That was the first thing I thought of. Listen, my question is, if I die and become a video game, do I become a copy of, say, Resident Evil 4 for PS4? Or does my existence, does my special, unique version of myself on Earth become an entirely new title? That's the question I'm trying to ask here.
I want to say that it would be like reincarnation, where like you start off as like an already made game, and it's like a really shitty one, and then like when you die in that one, you like go on to like a slightly better game or like a slightly less known game until you're finally your own game.
Sure. That's a good way of thinking about it.
You reach the true gaming nirvana.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, love that game, Nirvana.
Uh-huh.
With, you know, the Dave Grohl simulation that everyone loves playing so much. Okay, I think we've knocked that particular query out of the park as much as is in our power to do so. So let's go ahead and queue up our next question here. We've got a lot of questions this week. That's good. We like getting a lot of questions. Normally Michael handles the question, but he's not around, so it's on me. Anonymous says, with all that hot nostalgia going on in the newest Pokemon anime, how does the Chooch Crew feel about nostalgia? Good? Bad? What makes it good or bad?
I think it could be good, I guess. I think a lot of it ends up feeling pretty bad.
Sure.
Because I think, like, I think that Pokemon stuff, I haven't seen much of it, but it seems pretty good.
Sure, yeah.
I think they just needs to, like, not just be, like, lip service, I guess. Like, it should be, like, there should be, like, investment behind it, or, like, it shouldn't just be like, hey, look, this old thing's here. It should be like, this old thing's here, and we're doing something else also with it. Like Twin Peaks.
Yeah.
Like we talked about earlier.
Yeah. I guess not everything has to fundamentally challenge your perceptions of nostalgia and that sort of thing, but, you know, I agree. I think stuff like Sonic Mania is a really good touchstone of nostalgia.
Yeah, absolutely.
That game really uses its affection for the classic Sonic games to great effect, to both improve and like expand on those formulas and deliver this whole new gameplay experience. But then stuff like the new Bubsy game that's coming out, like that's bad. That's bad nostalgia. That's nostalgia that nobody wants. Like I'm gonna have to play that game for a review, and I have to confront my sins and my demons when I enter into a situation like that. Like, what was the path in my life that led me to willingly purchase, play, and review a Bubsy game in the year 2017? Like, that's not good nostalgia. Like, cash grab nostalgia, forget about it. But I think something with like a genuine affection for the source material, or something that meaningfully engages with your perceptions of nostalgia for the series is worthwhile. Trex, do you have anything you want to say on this topic?
No, I pretty much agree with Rose.
Okay.
It's nostalgia's pretty much like a hit or miss thing. It's generally like a good thing, I would say, but lately I feel like it's just been a bad thing all around, just because people don't really know how to go about like implementing the nostalgia. Like you have like Powerpuff Girls, like the new reboot, which takes it and doesn't keep the story and completely twists it around. Whereas I feel like the Pokemon introducing Misty and Brock back, it's definitely a good thing. Like I love it. I love it so much.
Yeah. I agree. I think it's pretty cool. I saw that they were putting out like Meowth at like Build-A-Bear, which is pretty sick.
I'm so excited. I'm about to like run to Build-A-Bear as soon as it's released and just buy one.
It's pretty cool. I'm into it. All right, so I think that's good. We have one more question, and again, if you'd like to send questions into our sphere, send them into our orbit. You can submit them at videogamechoochoo. You know what? I completely fucked that up. Let's roll it back and reverse it. You can submit them to podcast@videogamechoochoo.com, or you can send them to videogamechoochoo.tumblr.com/ask. So I guess I didn't mess that up. I just lost the plot halfway through saying the Tumblr URL and thought I had fallen off the edge of the earth. Anyway, we have one more question here, so let's get this episode tucked away nice and neatly in our shelf of podcast archive. Tumblr user Shoeless asks, Rose, this is a good question. This is a good question for you, I think. What other Sonic characters would look super cool with a gun?
Metal Sonic and Amy Rose.
Okay, that's fair. I'm gonna say the Bee. I don't know what their name is, but
Charmy.
Yeah, I know there's a bee. Like, what if the bee just like came out? Oh, you know what? Let's change it. How about Tails with a gun?
Like, I was gonna say Tails.
Sure.
Yeah, Tails just like comes out with like a 12-inch Smith & Wesson like Magnum revolver. He's just like, this is the day we put Eggman to bed, Sonic.
I just want to work on my machines.
Yeah.
I just want to work on my machines.
He flies up and he does like a sick like revolver ocelot spin and he shoots Eggman in the face. But then the recoil is so bad he like launches off into the stratosphere. And then it's like Sonic Adventure 5, go save Tails because he shot a really big gun and ended up on Mars or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that's how those games usually go.
I don't know anything about Sonic games. I think
you nailed it.
Yeah, I think Big the Cat would be cool with a gun, but I don't think
he should be trusted with a gun. Like he can barely fish. Like his
I think
frog.
he'd be good with like a comically undersized gun, like a little snub-nosed revolver. He's like, say hello to my little friend, and then he pulls out a gun that's like the size of his thumb, and then I don't know, what would Sonic characters even do with a gun? Like, why does Shadow need a gun in the first place?
Because the aliens invade, and he's shooting all the cops in the meantime. The aliens
Sorry,
are
what?
attacking.
Have you
never played
cops?
Shadow the Hedgehog?
No, I've never played that game.
Oh. Well, you see, in it, you have a morality system, and the morality system is, are you shooting the evil aliens, or are you shooting the cops? And depending on how many of each you shoot, you go on a branching path that has, like, a really edgy name, like Twilight's Requiem, or some bullshit like that.
Sonic games are a treasure, and should be kept in the Library of Congress. I think Shadow the Hedgehog should be committed to the National Archives.
Sonic Adventure 2 should.
Yeah. All right, Trex, do you have anything else to add to the debate on Sonic characters using handheld weaponry?
What about Froggy with a gun?
Oh yeah, that's why he wants to get him back, because he has like the illegal weapons like store. Like
that's why Froggy keeps running away. He's running from the feds.
My god. Oh, all right, I think we can go ahead and put the cork back in this genie bottle for this episode. Thank you, Trex and Rose, for joining me here on the Video Game Choo Choo podcast. You know, a little bit different, but I think we've shown the fine folks at home a good time for the last hour and 20 minutes. 20 minutes of which will be B-movie discussion that Niall probably cut out of this episode in the the intercals. But yeah, thanks for joining us, listeners at home. We've got some stuff on the site recently. We have the kind of more extensive write-ups of the two big sections of the Nintendo Direct announcements. We have an Absolver review up on the site by Scott. We have my Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle review. Can y'all two think of anything I might be missing as to stuff that's gone up recently?
I think that's about it. Like,
yeah.
Well, just check it out.
We got the goods.
Yeah, we do got the goods. Some websites, they have the bads, but we've got the goods.
Oh, yeah.
That's how you know we're the worthwhile website. Always posting stuff every day. Check it out. You can follow us on Twitter, which I think is at VGCC. Find us on Tumblr, which is videogamechoochoo.tumblr.com. If you would like to join our ever-growing community of people who enjoy games and enjoy talking about them, you can join our Discord channel, which can be found at thegamezone.zone, I believe. Great URL set up by, I would assume Scott, but maybe John or somebody. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. Someone set it up and it's out there. It's for you to join. So, consider it. Think of Mr. Rogers. Won't you be my neighbor in this vast expanse of cyberspace that we're all tumbling through as we slowly but surely approach the heat death of the universe?
Uh-huh.
Fun
That's
thoughts.
What he said.
Great thoughts. that is a straight Mr. Rogers quote. Hey kids,
he said it in front of Congress.
he took out those puppets and he did that bit on the heat death of the universe, and that was, that's the one everyone remembers him for. I personally was a fan of the Mr. Rogers bit on atrophy and the inherent chaos which underlies our everyday lives, but different strokes for different folks. If you like this podcast, rate us on iTunes, share us with your friends. And that'll do it for us. Again, Trex Rose, thank you for joining, and please tune in next week for another episode of the Video Game Choo Choo podcast. Stay frosty, everyone.